What then, in the last resort, are the truths of mankind? They are the irrefutable errors of mankind. What did Nietzsche mean by this? Nietzsche's entire work was about the end of God and the end of Christianity. So too an end would come to all our moral conceptions about the world, a revaluation of all values. And so too Nietzsche questioned the fundamental conceptions that we all deem as true. One of them being the conception of truth in itself. What then is truth? When Nietzsche speaks that all our truths are but irrefutable errors, he means the following. What are our conceptions that we consider to be true? It is good to be kind, it is bad to kill, my science is right, science itself is right, morality, the entire Christian culture that structures society, or Muslim society, with all its conceptions of morality and ritual we consider as truths. You shouldn't hit your children, you should pay your bills, God exists, whatever we might consider to be a true statement, are not true at all. They are irrefutable errors. Let's make this example clearer with just focusing on science. Science is nothing but irrefutable errors. If you take any science book, open it up and read it, you will only read about the errors. If you take the history of all science books, those who have been written hundreds of years ago, you will too find that all these books are full of errors. The only difference being that we can now refute those older statements with our newer and more refined understanding of science. Suppose any claim was made about the sun, or how electricity worked, or how our brain worked, that was written down in the science books hundreds of years ago. We would read a book full of errors we can now refute. But take our new science books. All that we speak of are irrefutable errors too, that we now consider as truths. And any statement made now in the science or philosophy books cannot be refuted, because our understanding of these subjects is so limited. But at some time we will reach the point that our understanding of the subject has grown in complexity, and any statement we can now make about the cells of the brain, or atoms and molecules and so on, will now be much more refined and contain fewer errors. But this new statement we conceive as true is in fact nothing but an error we cannot refute yet. And then those will say that in science we only work with things we can prove, such as that atoms connect with one another by covalent bonds. We would consider this a truth. At least you wouldn't find anyone that would say it is false. Yet at some point our understanding might increase. Perhaps that we need to rewrite large parts of our understanding of science. And so whatever, for a practical purpose, we consider as truth, such as our religious conceptions, our moral conceptions, our science and philosophical conceptions, are just irrefutable errors. The conceptions and statements we approach as if they were truthful conceptions will be regarded by the people of the future as false, but regard their new and refined conceptions as truth. And so Nietzsche, after the rejection of God morality, and by the revaluation of all values, reached the depths of nihilism. He concluded that there are no truths, only irrefutable errors, and thus he proclaimed, "What then, in the last resort, are the truths of mankind? They are the irrefutable errors of mankind." Thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. Please leave a like and subscribe, and have a great day.